weighing in with Jarod Verkleeren today. Thanks for taking the time, Jarod. Since we last talked, a lot of stuff's been going on. Got your first state championship. You decommitted from Iowa State and then just committed to Penn State. Can you tell me a little bit the difference? Like, you're already a cadet world champ, right?
Yeah.
Had the feelings with the state championship, has it felt anything similar, or it's been a long time coming?
Yeah. I mean, just winning any tournament, you get this feeling of satisfaction. But it's definitely winning a state title is definitely a different feeling than winning just a normal tournament. To be the best in the state is an awesome accomplishment, and I'm proud of it.
Has it set in? It's been just over a month. I mean, you've had time to reflect on it, or has it just been too busy with opening the recruiting process up to really reflect?
No, I've had time to reflect on it. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good.
Does it make you feel satisfied or just more hungry?
Definitely, it was just a thing I needed to accomplish to move on to the next level. I think if I wouldn't have accomplished that, then I would definitely be dissatisfied.
Okay. So it's your first state championship. You were cadet champion, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
And
2 years ago.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Yeah, I was a champ 2 years
2 years
ago.
ago.
I didn't get to compete at states last year.
Can
Um,
we talked a little bit right after that, but the connection wasn't good enough to post it. Can you tell me a little bit about how you dealt with the adversity of last postseason mentally?
yeah, so I mean, it just taught me that to enjoy wrestling and that it's something you should appreciate and not take for granted. So that's what I did, and I really enjoy the sport, and I like wrestling a lot.
Is there anything that you could share with other kids who are wrestlers about how you worked through that and how you found some joy in it, even though your goal was kind of taken away from you at the end of the year?
Yeah, I think you just gotta keep moving forward, and for me, it was just love for the sport. I mean, so not being able to do it, it hurt, but no, you can't stop me from. You can stop me from competing, but I still was able to practice and stuff, and I just like rolling around and wrestling. Competing too, I love competing, so it hurt a lot, but you can just push forward and move on.
Gotcha. So after states, there was a coaching change at Iowa State, and you decommitted. Can you tell me a little bit about the process in your own mind about what you were thinking? Were you thinking about it before that, or was it just because of the coaching change?
Um, I was thinking about it a little bit before it. They weren't having a great season, but I was gonna stick through, and then I get a call from Kevin Jackson, and he told me that he was gonna resign, and then I started really thinking about it, and I was curious who the coaches would be, but I requested a release, and then the coaches came, and I just think it was the best thing for me to get a release.
So did you actually talk to Coach Dresser?
Yeah, I talked to him a lot.
Okay.
He's a good guy. He's a good coach.
Gotcha. So you reopened up your recruiting process. Now, a lot of people find this pretty stressful that I talk to. A few people find it enjoyable. Where was it on that continuum for you?
The process?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I opened it back up. I contacted a few of the schools on my own, and then some started contacting me. My first visit, I took 4 official visits and an unofficial. I went to NC State, Minnesota, Missouri, Ohio State, and Penn State, all in the last month.
Did it feel different than the first time you went through the recruiting process?
Uh, it was pretty similar. I mean, just visiting the schools. I mean, it was definitely later in the game. I didn't expect to be in that position, but it was good. It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Any advice for guys who are going to go through this in the future?
Yeah, I would say definitely if you're considering looking at a school and you have a few options, to definitely take all your visits and then compare afterwards, and don't commit on the spot or anything like that.
Did you feel enthusiasm at different schools and have to temper it, or is it, is that what you're talking about, like not committing on the spot?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they throw their best stuff at you, so I mean, it's tempting because for me especially, I feel like I can fit in at a lot of schools, so that's why this decision was hard. But yeah, just make sure that you take all your visits if you're a recruit and weigh it out afterwards.
So
And if the
ultimately, what
excitement's still there, then it's still there.
right? So what were all the deciding factors for Penn State?
Yeah, honestly, it just came down to the great partners and coaches there. It's close to home. My brother's going there. He's already up there. So I just think
He's a freshman right now.
yeah, he's at Penn State. He's
Yeah.
not wrestling now.
No, but he's just a freshman, right? Is it his first
Yeah,
year?
he's a freshman.
Okay.
So he's just finishing his freshman year. There's a lot of factors that went into it, but I think I made the right decision.
Can you tell me who you talked to primarily as far as the coaches?
Mainly Cody, but on the visit I talked to Cal a little bit too.
Okay. And can you tell me what? So there, you talked a little bit about the coaches and then the practice room. Um, I've talked to a few guys there over the last few years, and it's a pretty. I don't know if it's daunting. It's inspiring, but it's a real challenge. Also, that room, and sometimes guys who are really good. I've talked to at least 2 or 3 national champions there who said it took a while to get takedowns. In that room. What do you
Yeah.
think about when you're going into that room? Have you been
I
in there
love it.
practicing at all?
Have I what?
Have you practiced in the Nittany Lion
Yeah, I was
wrestling?
just up there 2 weeks ago, wrestling with Rutherford, Nickel, and those guys. So it's fun. It's fun to see what levels I'm on and what levels they're on, and it's just fun competing with them.
Uh, are you in contact with guys in the team regularly throughout this process?
Not too much. I mean, I'm good friends with Mark Hall and a couple young guns guys, Jason Alfincenzo up there.
Yeah.
Teasdale's going there in 2 years, but yeah, I know a lot of the guys on the team.
So what's that energy like? I mean, you got a bunch of guys that you just mentioned, out of Western Pennsylvania, Nolf and Teasdale, and Hall. What's that energy feel like when you guys are all taking it to the next level? Is it fun being around each other, or is there a competitive distance? What's it like?
Yeah, it's definitely fun. That's the best word to describe it. Just fun being around. It's humbling, just surrounding yourself by those kinds of people, and I really think there's a lot to learn being around those kinds of people.
Okay. The practice room. Just want to talk a little bit about it because it's been in the news quite a bit. And so when you go in there, what's your mentality? Are you going in there and I guess what I'm trying to get to is how are you going to deal when you're wrestling with Zane Rutherford and there's probably going to be a little bit of a learning experience maybe with him
Yeah.
and Nolf, and you've wrestled with him before probably. How do you stay up mentally?
Definitely just try to score points, see what points I can get on them. They wrestle hard a lot of the goes, so if I can score on them, then I can score on a lot of people.
No doubt. So going in there, you're going into one of the toughest rooms in the country just to practice. Where do you get the competitive drive from?
I think it's just something that you're born with, or that you just like. It's just something you like. I like. It's just fun to compete. Put my everything versus their all, and it's just fun.
Have you always been that way? Some guys they like to win, or they know they're going to lose, but it's that gray area of competition that can be a little nerve-wracking. Have you always been okay in that area?
Yeah, I'm pretty okay in that area. Competing's fun, especially wrestling. So many different ways to score points. So that's what it's so fun.
So you think you were born with it? Do your parents have that same drive?
Yeah, definitely. My mom's pretty crazy, so she's competitive. My dad too. They're always pushing me to do my best. So that's what it comes down to: just pushing myself and trying to be the best I can.
Gotcha. Can you tell us what your weight's at right now?
Yeah, right now I probably weigh around 154.
And you're not, is that just sort of eating what you want and working
Yeah,
out?
Yeah,
Okay,
eat what I want.
not controlling it because are you going to go to Junior World Team Trials?
Yeah, I am in Nebraska.
No,
Weight's 145, 66 kilos.
gotcha. Where are you going to train for that?
Young Guns. Young Guns runs a good freestyle club, so I'll be doing some training there.
And when do you see yourself at State College?
Probably in the summertime. They have a summer program, so I'll probably get up there this summer.
Is that June or is it July? Are you the early session?
It's I think it's mid-June.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your relationship with cutting weight?
Yeah, I mean, it's not my most enjoyable thing to do, but over the years I've got really good at it. This last year, especially, I got really good at it. Just learning how to put the right foods in your body. No sauna, and drink plenty of fluids. Yeah, it comes down to science.
Gotcha. And I know you've got the complication of diabetes. Do you feel like you've mastered that? Is there anything that you can share with other boys or girls who are wrestling?
With diabetes,
Yeah, and weight cutting and
yeah, you just got to stay on top of it. I mean, you could excel at the highest of levels. You just got to be on it, and if you are, then it's fine. It can actually help you staying on top of everything. But if you're not, then it will definitely get the best of you.
so staying on top of it, do you ever find yourself slipping as far as what you're eating, or is it just one of those things that you've gotten the discipline down at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I've had diabetes since I was 4 years old, so I pretty much have it down now. But yeah, definitely just staying on top of it and carting your calories, giving the right insulin, and checking your numbers before you go to bed and everything, and make sure it's all good.
Okay. So junior national, or I'm sorry, world team trials, junior world team trials coming up. Is there anything else that you're going to be competing in outside of that process and hopefully the junior worlds this summer?
Yeah, I have an event coming up May 14th. It's club duels at State College. I'll be wrestling in that with Young Guns, and then probably just getting ready for college.
What weight will you be there?
I plan on being 49. I'm not getting too much bigger,
Okay.
so 49 would be my goal.
And have you talked about with the coaches about what your plan is, red shirt or other ideas?
I think I'm gonna redshirt. I mean, Zane Rutherford has another year, so he's pretty tough. Yeah, so I plan on redshirting, and I'm gonna have to. There's a bunch of tough guys on Penn State, so I'm gonna definitely have to battle for a spot.
Do you? I don't want this to come off just sounding too weird, but do you fall asleep thinking about the challenge you're going into?
No, I embrace it. It's
Yeah.
definitely exciting.
Okay.
A lot of the other colleges I could have taken the easy route and had a pretty easy spot to get on a team, but this is gonna be fun.
That's what I dig about you, man. This is awesome. So, tell me a little bit about the difference in your mind between folk style and freestyle. We've talked before. You've told me you like freestyle more. Can you tell me a little bit about how you think about them differently in your own mind?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a little different the way you scoring positions and stuff like that. You can't roll around on your back in freestyle. You're going to give up points. So, I mean, on your feet, it's pretty similar. You just got to be careful getting rolled through and stuff when you shoot. You got to finish clean or else you'll get scored on. So your offense has to be a lot better in freestyle or else you're going to get scored on. But I like them both. It's wrestling, so wrestling's wrestling. Compete, score points.
Okay. If you could write a script for yourself over the next 10 years, what would it look like?
It would be pretty long. I have high expectations for myself, but definitely just trying to succeed in everything I do, win a couple NCAA titles, and get my degree, and then pursue the Olympics.
What do you want to? What's your degree going to be in?
I'm not sure yet. I'll figure that out soon, but
Okay.
yeah.
Do you have your goals written down? Do you carry them around, or are they just up here?
Yeah, I have my goals written down. They're on my phone and in my notes and stuff like that. So,
How often do you look at them?
pretty often. But yeah, I know what I want to do.
Do you share them with other people?
Yeah.
Okay. So your parents, did you find that if you tell your parents or friends, it gives you more accountability, or it doesn't affect you when you share it?
It doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And how often do you change them? Like after the state championships, I'm assuming you took that off and added
Yeah,
something, or
yeah, I mean, I keep them on, like what I accomplished. I just check it off, like complete or not
gotcha.
complete.
So you want to wrestle at the senior level after college. Do you see yourself being a lifelong wrestler or wrestling coach?
Um, I do love wrestling. I haven't decided that far yet. Um, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like wrestling. I think it would be fun to be a college coach. That would be a dream job.
Okay. The sports changed a lot for you. What time? How old were you when you started wrestling?
I think I was 7,
Seven.
7 or 8.
You're 18 now.
Yeah.
How is this? How has your relationship with the sport changed over time, if at all?
Yeah, definitely when I was younger, I really liked just winning. Now I still like winning, but I kind of learned what this sport was more about and how to exceed in it. You learn that as you're older and like putting work in and really understanding the position and everything as you're older. It's something you kind of miss when you're younger.
And right now, the way you love the sport and love competition, how do you? We talked about your competitive drive kind of being innate, and your mom has got that, and maybe your dad too. But does it change as you get more successful? Does it just keep
Um,
growing? Because usually people say the hardest thing to do is repeat or stay at the top of your game, but it doesn't seem like that with elite wrestlers.
yeah, I think a lot of the elite wrestlers seek the next time they can win at something. So that's what I do. I look for the next opportunity to compete and just love the sport.
Do you enjoy your victories, or do you just sort of think, okay, next thing?
No, I definitely enjoy them. Yeah, I enjoy my victories.
Okay. Anything you want to tell the Penn State fans?
I'm ready. I'm ready to be a Nittany Lion, and I'm excited for the future.
Jarod, thanks for taking the time, and good luck this summer at the Junior World Team Trials.
Thank you.